More Options HBO gave us our first glimpse of Game of Thrones Season 8 last night, and you know what that means. Let's get speculating. Ahead of the shocking Sharp Objects finale, HBO dropped a commercial that hyped the network's popular slate of programming and gave fans some quick sneak peeks at what's to come. The clip gave us a look at Mahershala Ali in True Detective Season 3, Meryl Streep in Big Little Lies Season 2, and most pertinent to us, 2 seconds of Game of Thrones Season 8. Now there was buzzing on Twitter last night that there were multiple scenes from the new season. However, we've slowed down and reviewed the footage, and the only new Game of Thrones stuff is the 2 seconds where Jon Snow, Kit Harington, embraces Sansa Stark, Sophie Turner, at Winterfell. That cool shot of Gendry swinging an axe. That's from Season 7, Episode 5. That's no Golden Company mercenary, but a King's Landing goon. But let's look at the 2 seconds we do have. At the end of Season 7, Jon Snow was traveling on Daenerys' ship back to Winterfell. The idea was they would land at White Harbor and ride together to the Stark stronghold to show the strength of their alliance. On the ship, the duo, consummated that alliance by having sex while a despondent Tyrion stalked the ship's lower decks. Here, we see Jon very obviously returning to Winterfell, where he embraces Sansa, whom he's left as steward of the North. In Jon's White Walker hunting, dragon pit traveling, Targaryen wooing time away, Sansa has welcomed their long-lost siblings Bran and Arya back home and dealt with Littlefinger's crimes. While the 2 Stark cousins seem relieved to see one another, hey, that hug is full of catharsis. The camera follows Sansa's face as she casts a skeptical eye upward. Which leads us to ask, who is Sansa giving the stink eye to? Since she's hugging Jon, who is entering Winterfell, it's probably someone accompanying him. That leads us to 3, maybe 4, major options. Sansa is pissed to see Daenerys in Winterfell, the most likely target for Sansa's ire. The Dragon Queen herself. The whole reason why Jon suggests they ride together is that the Targaryens are not popular up north. That, coupled with the fact that Sansa did not want Jon to visit Daenerys, let alone bend the knee and get heart eyes for her, suggests that Lady Stark is pissed to see Daenerys Targaryen in Winterfell. However, there's another major option. Sansa is pissed to see Tyrion in Winterfell. Tyrion Lannister was also traveling with Jon and Dany, which means that Sansa could also be pissed to see her former Lannister husband. Tyrion has only ever shrugged off the marriage as a sham, and only sung Sansa's praises, but Sansa has been trained to mistrust the Lannisters' heart and soul. Plus, Tyrion is known for his canniness, and now that Littlefinger is off the board, he's potentially the biggest tactical threat to Sansa, outside of Varys. Of course, there's another option. Sansa is pissed to see a dragon at Winterfell, so actress Sophie Turner is tall. She's taller than Kit Harington, Emilia Clarke, and Peter Dinklage. That's worth noting because Sansa is looking slightly up in the shot. Meaning, the person or thing worrying her is possibly on a horse or higher level, or is a dragon. Daenerys still has 2 dragons in her charge and Dragon doesn't like to leave her. You can't blame Sansa for being nervous to see a fire-breathing beast hovering over her family's castle. Or maybe, Sansa is pissed to see everyone arrive at Winterfell. Look, Sansa was holding shit down, White Walkers or not. It could be that this incoming party of Targaryens, Lannisters, dragons, Dothraki, and more upsets her because they might break her swag. Now remember, this is just us having some fun speculating about what's going to maybe happen in Game of Thrones Season 8. That said, it does look like Jon Snow is coming home and Sansa Stark is going to get to glare at more people. Where to stream Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones HBO Go. Sophie Turner.